Hello, Colorado State. My name is Jackie Wilson, your host of CTV Talks, and we're here with Dr. Lori Peek, sociologist here at CSU. Dr. Peek, would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself and your affiliation with CSU?
Sure, thanks, Jackie. My name is Lori Peek, and I'm an associate professor of sociology and also the co-director of the Center for Disaster and Risk Analysis here at Colorado State University.
Wonderful. And Dr. Peek is also the co-director of Shoreline, a wonderful new program. Would you mind telling us a little bit about that?
Sure. Shoreline is a new project that my collaborators and my collaborators at Columbia University at the National Center for Disaster Preparedness and myself have been developing over this past year, and we're just getting ready to launch.
Wonderful. And Shoreline, I know, is an acronym. Would you mind describing what those mean?
Yes, and so I'll tell you a little bit of background on the program. So with the researchers at Columbia University, since the BP oil spill in 2010, we have been monitoring the mental and physical health of children along the U.S. Gulf Coast that were impacted following that catastrophic oil spill. And one of the things that our research in those communities, both the survey research as well as interview research that we did in local communities, really showed was that not only were children suffering mental and physical health consequences from that disaster and other disasters, but also that both the youth in the communities as well as other adults in the community were really saying that we hope that kids could come out of this, even the most disastrous situation, with more opportunities, more hope for a brighter future. So it was really out of the loss and disaster, that we started thinking about what is a program that we might be able to develop that could respond to those needs and desires in the community. So that's where Shoreline came from. And Shoreline is indeed an acronym, and the shore in Shoreline stands for skills, hope, opportunity, recovery, and engagement. And the skills, hope, and opportunity are the three big things that we heard over and over and over again in the communities in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, where we've been working most intensely. They said our kids need more skills. They need more hope for their future. They need more opportunity so that they can recover from disaster and so that they can better engage in their communities. So that's where the shore in Shoreline comes from.
That makes a lot of sense. Dr. Peek, along those same lines of what Shoreline is all about, you talk about giving these children skills for their future and hope for their future. What kind of skills do these children need for their future?
Yeah, so that is a really interesting question, because right now these children are living in a changing environment, an environment that's been changed by natural disasters, so by hurricanes, by technological disasters like the oil spill, and also just they're living in a shifting economic environment because things are changing along the coast as far as what jobs are likely going to be available to these children and youth. And so one of the things we heard over and over and over in the communities is, my great-grandfather was a fisher, shrimper, my grandfather did the same thing, my father did the same thing, but now here I am, and after the oil spill, I don't know if that opportunity is going to be available to me. Mm-hmm. And so that is one of the questions that people actually pose to us is, we don't know what jobs are going to be available in the next 10 years. How could we give our kids, our youth, better skills so that they are more prepared for the 21st century? So some of the things to tell you to kind of answer that, what we're going to be doing with the program is that we are working in 5 high schools along the Gulf Coast. And so 3 in Louisiana, 1 in Grand Isle, 1 in South Lafourche, and then 1 in New Orleans East. And then we're also in Gulfport High School in Mississippi and at Bryant High School in Alabama. And all 5 of those communities have been heavily impacted by hurricanes as well as by the oil spill. And so that's how we selected them, because they were really communities that have been repetitively hit by disaster, and we identified and that the communities themselves said our kids need more skills, hope, opportunity, and so forth. And so what we're actually going to be doing in those 5 high schools is that we're going to be working with what we're calling shoreline chapters. And so each of the 5 chapters in the 5 high schools have a teacher sponsor, and then we're going to have somewhere between 12 to 16 high schoolers who've been selected, competitively selected for the shoreline program. So we had a whole application process where they had to respond to a number of questions. Each of these 5 shoreline chapters, the students in the chapters are going to identify a problem related to disaster recovery, disaster preparedness, what they think could have helped them as young people in the face of these catastrophes. And then they're going to develop a project that they're going to work on as a shoreline chapter. And then the 5 chapters are going to come together and share what it is that they did as a chapter. And so they might write a book on disaster recovery where they gather children's stories. They may develop and create hurricane evacuation go kits where they actually help kids to put together what is it you would take if a storm is coming toward the Gulf Coast. So they can come up with anything they want to do, but then they're going to work on these projects together where they're developing teamwork skills, where they're developing problem solving, where they're learning how to work together toward an end goal, developing communication skills, all of these different things. And then at the end of the year, they're going to come together and present this at a big final summit that we're going to hold along the Gulf Coast.
Okay, great.
After we wrap up our first year of this.
Definitely. We'll definitely be staying tuned and looking forward to all the information and upcoming events from Shoreline. Thank you so much, Dr. Peak. We really appreciate your interview. Welcome, CTV, to another episode of CTV Talks. We're here with the co-founders and entrepreneurs of Stuffin Malos, and I'm very fine currently, but I'm sure it's still going to taste good. Gentlemen, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourselves?
Yes, ma'am. Well, we are Fort Collins Specialty Foods, and our first brand is the Stuffin Malos brand, which is a chocolate chip stuffed marshmallow. And Tyler will give you a little pitch here about what we have going on.
Yeah, so we actually started when I was a kid with my dad. We used to shove chocolate inside our marshmallows to get the chocolate to melt. And so it started as a project actually here at CSU where we had a different idea that ended up being not working out. So last minute we came up with this crazy idea to figure out a way to make marshmallows with chocolate inside. And so we spent the last couple of years trying to figure out how to perfect that recipe and perfect how to get it so the chocolate doesn't melt inside. And after we came out with our chocolate chip, then we came out with our mint chocolate chip and also our chocolate and peanut butter flavors. So we've been just cooking marshmallows and selling them as fast as we can.
Yeah, it's been a pretty cool experience. Like I said, it just started out as a class project, and now here we are today selling marshmallows to anybody who will buy them, and we're doing pretty well. So it's been a lot of fun, and learned a lot.
It's been about 3 months now since we actually opened our doors, but as Tyler said, 2 years of work to develop the idea and the process, the back-end operations and that, and we were able to get in with a local commissary kitchen here that was also started by a bunch of CSU graduates about 8 years ago, and so we're using their facility in that, and helps us be legitimate, helps us legally sell, and keeps our startup costs low, and allows us to grow our business from its infancy.
If I'm fiending for a marshmallow, where can I get a stuffed marshmallow?
You can get a Stuffin Malo at the Cupboard here in Fort Collins. We also work 2 farmers markets, one in Loveland and one in Berthoud. And then we're also in a retail outlet in Estes Park called Rustic Mountain Charm, and then the Kitchen Alley down in Loveland.
So the 3 retail locations, you can find us online.
Berthoud. And then we're also in a retail outlet in Estes Park called Rustic Mountain Charm, and then the Kitchen Alley down in Loveland.
So the 3 retail locations, you can find us online at stuffinmalos.com. We also do specialty orders. We'll do bulk orders if you contact us through our email, which is on our website. Also through Facebook, we'll take orders and stuff through there. So
and we actually talked today about getting into the RAM zone and getting a bookstore on campus, and we're going to try and get into Cam's lobby, these little 2-packs in there too, so students can have them as a little snack.
CTVers, and welcome back. We are here at
at the second annual Northern Colorado Blues Festival with Realities for Children volunteer Michelle. Michelle, would you tell us a little bit more about Realities for Children?
Absolutely. Realities for Children is a nonprofit where they assist individual youth that are neglected or at risk, and they do that by providing education services, funding services when all funding has been exhausted, and different other opportunities throughout the year by providing bikes for children, holiday gifts during the holidays, and we could not do it without the community support, both from business, community, all the way down to the people that donate for all awesome opportunities that we have during the year.
Great, Michelle. And also today is such a wonderful opportunity because of the wonderful music going on and the great community engagement. How has the booth looked today? Sold a lot of tickets?
We have had community support just since we got here. We weren't even set up and people were here to offer donations, to buy raffle tickets. I mean, it's just such an outpouring of community support. We're so grateful and appreciative.
Well, we are very appreciative of your service and your help with Realities for Children. We're excited to follow up and look forward to the wonderful things that are happening. Thank you so much for your interview.
Thank you.
I'm Ryan McDonald.
I'm Alex Ozels.
And we're here at Cooper Smith today at the second annual Northern Colorado Blues Festival. Gentlemen, will you please inform us a little bit about how your business has been today?
It's been pretty good. It's been going pretty well. It's been a little bit busier than usual with bringing in everything. So,
being a server coming in at 10 o'clock in the morning, you aren't really expecting a lot. But today was a lot different. We got a bigger pop with the car show and the music festival going on today. So
wonderful. Have you had any exciting stories? Any great music coming in?
I don't know. Well, we turned our music off so we could hear everything out there. So I mean that was good.
A lot of good local artists. Met a few. We had a couple guys in with their instruments earlier. I didn't catch the names, but so they were on stage a little earlier.
Good. All right. We're here, CTVers, at the second annual Northern Colorado Blues Festival. Would you mind telling us a couple things about today? Introduce yourself.
My name's John Leff, and I'm from Greeley, and we have a car over here in the car show, and we come over to this every year because we enjoy this. Love the bands and like to see all the cars and just have a good time.
Wonderful. And it seems like today's music has been really eclectic and wonderful. Do you know any of the bands already, or is this all new?
I think the band up there right now is Robert Wilson Band, and I've heard them before, and they are good, very good. So.
And it's such a hot day today. You staying cool here in the shade?
Oh yeah, we're looking for shade quite a bit at a time.
Great, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for working with us today, and have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Well, grab a pretty woman, grab a handsome man, loosen up your belts and show us how to live with rock. Let's roll! Let's rock, let's roll, let the music touch your
Girls, put on your rain boots and get excited to bring out your fall fashion for the next few days. In the Denver area, it can get as low as the high 50s tonight with rain going into the weekend. Across Colorado, we're seeing similar temperatures. In Vail, we'll see temperatures in the high 50s, while in Colorado Springs, we'll see temperatures in the high 60s. There will be isolated and scattered thunderstorms around the state, so please be careful if you're driving on the interstate. In Fort Collins, Thursday and Friday, there's a high chance of rain, anywhere from 60 to 70% with potential thunderstorms. Going into this weekend for our football fans, there's a 30% chance of rain for the game on Saturday. So let's hope we don't have to cheer on our Rams with umbrellas in hand. Monday, we'll go back to a sunny high of 76 degrees, where it will hopefully stay sunny and in the high 70s for the rest of the week. So unfortunately, we'll see a little bit more precipitation, but by the beginning of next week, we'll be able to wear our summer fashion for a little while longer. So don't get too comfortable in your leggings and rain boots. Thank you for watching CTV.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool.
Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.